Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our witness for being here. And General Saltzman, thank you for your incredible service. I've only known about the Space Force since I've been in about 17 months, and you've been the face of it. One of the things we do as members of Congress is we have service academies every year, and I noticed that this year we had a large number of people interested in the Space Force. So I'm looking forward to learning more from you guys so that I can share that with those guys. Just a question for you, General Saltzman. Operations Midnight Hammer, Absolute Resolve, and Epic Fury. How critical was Space Force towards the success of those incredible missions, and could they have done it without Space Force?
We have a pretty incredible joint force, so never put anything past them. But I think all of them would agree that with the addition of the space capabilities that were provided, it just made it a little bit easier to get the mission accomplished. So whether it was integrated into the planning out of the outset, cutting off key satellite communications that our adversaries were trying to use, whether that was for their own drone capabilities or command and control, we were there to try to deny those, and we did a pretty good job of it. Probably the most important thing, though, is the targeting capabilities that we provide, as well as the warning of the missiles that are inbound and the tracking of those missiles put up a pretty capable defense. So whether it was in planning, in execution, or in defense of our forces, the Space Force was right there supporting.
We appreciate it. So this is a question for either maybe the Secretary. Is how important is the Anduril CC, the Advanced Fighter? What is it? The CCF? CCF. How important? CCA. How do you say it?
CCA, Collaborative Combat Aircraft.
That's it. How effective is the CCA, and how does it compare to our adversaries?
I think, well, it's going to be very effective. I'm a huge fan of the program. Two contractors, Anduril and GA, both of them are doing a great job. I think it's going to be a massive, cost-efficient force multiplier for our combat air force. I think again, both contractors are already flying and demonstrating in exercises or other activities. With respect to our adversaries, I don't know. Probably can't go into the details, but I don't know of anything that is approaching what we're doing. But maybe have General Wilsbach add a few comments about it.
No, he's exactly right. We see some evidence that they're pursuing what we've already got flying, but they're years behind us.
And you've only had a few questions this week about the A-10, but talking to operators from all branches, they just say that 100% of every operator says it's the best thing that we could have when you need help on the ground with close air support, especially combat search and rescue. Do we have any other aircraft currently that can match the capabilities of the A-10 Warthog?
Well, match is probably in the eye of the beholder. We have other aircraft that are capable of doing close air support and certainly can support combat search and rescue.
Well, I'm glad you guys decided to keep that going until 2030. Until we see something that's capable, I'd like to see it go further. Is finding spare parts, getting spare parts going to be a challenge over the next couple of years?
I don't think so, especially with the 27 budget and the dollars that we have for flying hours and weapon system sustainment. But for the A-10, it's not that we're keeping all of the A-10s. We are still retiring some of them, and we'll keep up to 3 squadrons into 2030. What that allows us to do is fleet manage, and so as you have aircraft that get to the end of their life, we can use them for parts, send them to the boneyard, and so the ones that you keep flying are going to be sustained.
This may not be a necessary thing or a possible thing, but if for some reason you wanted to go to the boneyard and reactivate some of those aircraft in the future, is that a possibility?
Yes, we actually just did that with a KC-135 about 2 weeks ago.
Awesome. What about the B-21? How's our progress looking on that?
It's going very well. You probably saw the news. We just recently did the first air refueling. We're quite happy with the progress that Northrop is making. We've also asked them to increase the production rate from 10 aircraft at a time to 12. So they're in the process of getting to that. So we're quite pleased with it.
What's the status of the F-15? I think you call it EX, the newest version?
Correct. It's going well. It's a fantastic aircraft, the ones that we've received. I would like to see Boeing meet their contractual obligation of 2 per month.
Have you used any of them yet, combat?
No.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your service, and with that, I yield back.